well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Here's Humphries. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secure. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. The target that time was Vincent Jackson, and it'll bring up 3rd down. 10 yards to go on 3rd. One receiver to the left is Evans. To throw is Winston. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Not only was that a 3-and-out, it was their 3rd straight incompletion on this drive, and they didn't even think about trying to run the football. Now they have to give it up.
Much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Packers get set to go. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. One back is Lacey. And he'll get it up the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards on the pickup. And it'll give the Packers a 1st down.
And it is still early, just the 1st quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Holding offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. It's a loss of 8 there on the 1st down play. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. They'll come out in the pistol. This is Starks. Stays on his feet. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Play clock winding down. Rodgers going to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 30. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. On second down, here's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. Rodgers again now. Out to the flat for Lacey. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And it'll be second and goal. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. On second down, Lacey. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Eddie Lacy with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Not a bad start for him. 2 drives for the offense, 2 rushing TDs.
Almost like he's in the percussion section in the band, isn't it? Got a little oomph, right? Got a little crash, got a little bang. He's got it all as he gets to the end zone. Second rushing touchdown, as you noted, on 2 drives. He's off to a terrific start.
Okay, you ready? Wait for it. But this is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it up. They run it again with Martin, and he stopped immediately there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. And for Clinton-Dix, he had 80 of those tackles this past season, 5 interceptions. Got him to a Pro Bowl in his hometown of Orlando.
How about that? That's got to be an incredible thrill for Clinton-Dix to be able to come back to his hometown. He played at Dr. Phillips High in Orlando before going off to the University of Alabama and playing the Pro Bowl in front of all of his friends and family. And he's going to be a huge building block for Green Bay in 2017. Him at the safety position, not to get better at the corners, but of course Clay Matthews is still there too, terrorizing quarterbacks.
Here's Hyde. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
A dump off to Lacey. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
It's caught. Nelson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Rodgers to throw on second down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. And now the passing game here in the second quarter is starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence. Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. Back now. As I search for my cue card here, there we go. Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first half of play.
Well read.
Oh, thank you. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Rodgers going to give to Lacy on the draw. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Oh, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. To throw, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. They'll toss it to Starks. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. James Starks, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Packers add on to their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. One man on the backfield, that's Martin. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. And complete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 1st and 10, Winston. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Dayton Jones in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. 2nd down, Winston. Surveying the field. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Following the penalty, Martin. Give him 3 on the carry there. That sets up a long 3rd down. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. That's taken on the 25. We have hit halftime. What's that? Now? Oh, we're back. Okay, well, something happened to Larry in the halftime show. I guess we're ready for the 3rd quarter. Let's go. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff...
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
Here's Rodgers. He's going to want... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 85 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this. But run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Touchdown, Packers! Jared Cook, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And he's a reliable target. He's more than that, though. Hey, look, I'm not going to say he's the best tight end in the league, but he's solid.
Yeah, because he's able to block, and that's almost a lost art for a number of the tight ends in the league now because the most popular guys are almost what we call move tight ends, more like receivers, but those guys who can do it all, there's still a place for them in the NFL.
Here's Humphries. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On 3rd down, Winston. And incomplete on the deep ball. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Here comes the defensive unit for the Buccaneers as they get set here. And maybe for them at this stage, it's sort of put up or shut up time. They need to stop trailing here.
Oh, I'm with you totally on that one. They've got to go out there now and put an end to what's...
He's got a man complete. A gain of 39 that time. And now they're in the hurry up. Now a first down carry. It's Lacy. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. Give him 27 yards that time. And that leads to a Green Bay first. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Akeem Spence in there to sack him for a loss of 6. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive. And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Here we go with Lacy. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
Holding offense.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, it told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Now Jameis on second down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Sam Shields. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it second down. Now Rodgers will handle Lacy. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
So they'll be back now at Lambeau. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. Throwing is is Rodgers on third down. And he fires one, but incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And fourth down coming up. So now on fourth down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. And Crosby puts it through, and that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And complete over the middle. Safarian Jenkins. It's a gain of 15 that time. And the Buccaneers are going to have a first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On second down, Winston again. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. To the air again with Winston. And that's incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this will be taken at the 13. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points.
Eddie Lacy, see you later. Touchdown, Packers. Eddie Lacy, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Packers continue to roll.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Jameis to throw it. And Winston lost the football. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here. And now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. Fights off another.
I think the second tackler would have learned from the first.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And they're going to speed things up here. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Lacy. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Lacy. And he is going to lose yardage here. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of giving the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It'll be a gain of 9, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
They run it again with Lacey. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
So I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing now is Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this? Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. We get a glance at the Buccaneer defense as they file into position. And not a good performance by them or by their offense, for that matter. It just hasn't been a good game.
And it's really easy at this point to point fingers. Hey, you guys didn't get a whole lot done today. Didn't give us much of a cushion. But the truth of the matter is, having played defense, your pride says whatever your offense gives you, you're supposed to allow 1 point less. So they're going to feel like they let them down as well.
Yeah, I guess fingers could be pointed on both sides. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
So it's an empty possession there, and you have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise if this would come up short. Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Winston. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
Receivers work all the time on making sure they catch the ball, haul it into their bodies before they turn and run. A little bit of loss of focus on that play.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
It's always the final play of preparation each week. the practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Rodgers looking to throw. Out to the flat for Lacey. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be a second down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
Rodgers to throw on second down. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Holding offense.
And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
Following the penalty now, Lacey shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.